Speaking to you from the internet wasteland. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I intend to impart my wonderful wisdom of exploring this digital hellscape. Okay, this is going to be short and very much to the point. How many times have you heard, it's about tribes, it's tribalism, it's tribalism. Oh, no man, you gotta understand, it's tribalism, it's my side or their side, it's tribal. It's not tribalism. The problem isn't tribalism, the problem is corruption and the acceptance of corruption. The reason this country is going through what it's going through, all right, is because the Democrats have started and have for a long time, for decades, accepted themselves as being corrupt, as being normal. Time after time after time, I hear people go, it's this, it's that. It's not that. It's people like Tim Pool, right? Now, why am I bringing up Tim Pool? What did he do? He didn't do anything, except he accepts corruption on the Democrat side. He had no problem with it. What am I referring to? It doesn't take a freaking rocket scientist to go back and take a look at the corruption that was present and obvious in the Democrat Party during Bill Clinton's reign. When you have a Democrat come out in Congress and say, yeah, what he did was wrong, what he did was illegal, I just don't want to convict him. What does that tell you? That was a sitting congressman during the impeachment trial of Bill Clinton. You had sitting Democrats knowing what the man did should have been an impeachable offense and they should have gotten rid of him, and instead they accepted him and his corrupt wife. And look at what they've done. And you've got Tim Pool bleeding on, bleed. It's tribalism. It's not tribalism, dude. It's your acceptance of corruption. You want to know how far this corruption seeps in? Take a look at Brett Favre right now, or Favre. Now, his name is being brought up repeatedly in a comparison against the kind of media treatment being doled out to Kyrie Irving, all right, versus Brett Favre. Well, first of all, Brett Favre is not in the news. Brett Favre is a former player who hasn't been playing for a long time. That's one of the differences. But the main difference, the primary difference between what Kyrie Irving did, which he really didn't do anything wrong, folks. I said this already. Versus what Brett Favre did, is that what Kyrie did was singular. What do I mean by that? It's only about him. There's no one else involved in that issue, right? It was his tweet that has caused all this kerfluffle. And like I said, he didn't do anything wrong. He got defensive. I understand why he got defensive, because you're dealing with media jackals. You got to learn what these people are like. Could he have handled it better? Sure. But I don't believe that Kyrie Irving is an anti-Semite. Should he have been more forthcoming and talking to people? Sure. But to be suspended? To be canceled? Right now, the guy is being tarred and feathered as an anti-Semitic person, and he's not. Now, let's talk about Brett Favre. Brett Favre is a dirtbag. He's a morally reprehensible person. He really is. Let's talk about some of his Instagram posts, or how should I say, sexting and some of the other dumb shit that he's done. The guy is a dirtbag. Now, in the situation that they're talking about with him, the guy took money, okay, that was sent to him from public officials, Okay, and those public officials had that discretionary funding from the welfare program all the way back to the federal government. Your money and my money. What did Brett Favre get that money to do? What was it? Do you know? Brett Favre used that money so that he could help build a volleyball stadium for his daughter at Mississippi State, or one of the Mississippi universities. All right. That's what the money was sent for. That's what this discretionary funds that were part of welfare were used for. Discretionary funds. Well, the first problem is, what the hell were they giving him discretionary funds from the welfare program for? Oh, supposedly he was, supposedly Brett Favre was supposed to be giving speeches and so forth and earning the money that way, on welfare. But it wasn't slated to go into the welfare pool to be doled out to the poor. What does that tell you? Well, there's a lot of people involved in this. There's government officials involved in this, approving this all the way up, all the way up the chain, all the way into the federal government. How come we don't know who these people are? How come we're not trying to sit up there and eliminate this guy? Because it's corruption. It's corruption, Tim. You're not even talking about this. I've talked about this already. I brought this out already. It isn't tribalism. Tribalism is the excuse to let your acceptance of corruption, all right, stand. And that's where the real problem is. You're a corrupt individual. You should be getting angry. You should be getting upset because of the corruption you have allowed and accepted as part of your life. Well, it's not really me. It's somebody else doing it, so I'm good to go. No. You knew who these people were. Do not come back and tell me you were a supporter of the left, right, and have ignored their corruption continuously. Because if you do, the first thing I'm going to tell you is how did you not know that they were corrupt? Well, I wasn't told. Oh, you got to be told? You didn't do your own investigation? In other words, you were running around in an adult's body at an adult age acting like a freaking 2-year-old. Grow the hell up, people. Grow the hell up. That's all I've got to say. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the rant. Talk to you later. Bye.